You're saying that for most patients, by the time they are presenting to the hospital with cervical cancer, it is in the advanced stages. By the time we are at stage 1, and of which will break down to us what each of these stages means, stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. But by the time someone is at stage 1 with cervical cancer, they're going to notice any changes in their body?
Yeah. What usually happens, most of the stage 1 diseases, you find them as an incidental finding. Maybe a patient was undergoing a routine vaginal examination and you find that there is something suspicious in the cervix. However, this is not to say that there are no things that can maybe give you an index of suspicion. You might find that intercourse becomes painful. You experience, your partner can even tell you that I can feel something down there. The other thing is, whenever you find that you are getting recurrent pelvic inflammatory issues, that is something to tell you need to have your pelvis checked. Another thing is, like I said, heavy menstrual bleeding. Any abnormal bleeding that has happened after puberty should warrant suspicion in anyone. Now, when we come into terms of the stages, there are some guidelines that guide on what you consider to be stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Most of them, they are based on the size and what lesion you find. And by the routine screening that is usually recommended by the WHO, you are able to detect even a premalignant lesion. A premalignant is a lesion that is suspicious to you, that you know in later years this one can develop into cervical cancer. For example, you might find, like during a routine pap smear, you find that once those cells are sent for histology, you find that there is some cells with some form of changes that could easily transform into cancer. Yeah.
And you've also mentioned about